doso but impepin ye di hu nkoma ana ye yi adesuade no so ka eto nchen kakra itienne nyame adom ye wo honorable minister of education wabekan ho and ye ba behwe ekwan a ye fa so a yesua creative arts anase the ekwan fa so a yesua creative arts ewo yensuku mu na ye nyina hu se mfa so de wo so doso no na etimi ama Ghana so ebiebie nyuma bebre ama nipa etimi enya biare na tea pressure so a eda aban so kai hunu say there's no entertainment show a wahwe no TV so na watia minister abaso agise wepe me pacho agise wepe United Showbiz ba answer na ebeko ministers no dome na me ma minian makwaba na sana yeni minister enkomodie no ahyase me hyase free burger the finest burger mabudi me hyase free minia Arnold Asamabedi bra
bibi aboko me
but you be okay you are looking you are looking sexy
it's a
I know pe we say work
yeah thanks to Sonny Badu and the Agromonti work no was is in preparation for next Friday. One of the biggest concerts in line with elections that we have in Rhythms of Africa. Yeah. So it was really successful. Yeah. Very impressive showing. And here that will be turning up here for the work in the and we hope say Friday, you know, they will come in their numbers. Now, man, I come on.
It does.
Yeah.
If you are not so, minia ba. When you say minia ba, na say minia ba. Abenachi. Pacho yi adom soso boache mo amohwe kanta kati right anope bia on a host both TV na ni afefefefe na yo barentia mabna akwaba
yeah ija
sabokodi o first time you
paper choy
o ene na wunya baptism bia and then bibia be come when the minister body bibia e discipline bibia
so
pacho make you kakra aba minia nana frimpon jabi Festus mediafra onti ase otimi hye no foforo puzzle oye adwuma e wo Kesvin oye analyst researcher historian and now a theologian akwaba
yeah
sebokodi
nyame adomara kwa
ye maye frim bia wa wasema wan kan chem minia ba nana debut de mami nana fro na me no ya yeboa
hola
the woman with the beautiful teeth.
It's imperative. It's imperative that you talk about that.
What you say?
Thank you very much.
Thank
you.
What you say?
Akwaba. I like the
and the minister wa how?
Same thing in my corporate.
Thing in my corporate. Yeah. I'm sure. And at the doctor himself, doctor of gospel, doctor of the doctors, Dr. Sonny Badu.
Thank you.
Dr. Akwaba.
Dr.
Ketri intro.
My ready, pal. My country.
And we said this week, as I said, we say, you know, face your fears training. I will be a good pride. You be doing come now, after Momayema, Honorable Minister for Education, Akwaba. A man for whom fly no more bisa said, now they more politics. Na dey minister de obede wa ntina medical chill ye dwumadi eso mfaso ntina ma minister so aba honorable minister acho akwaba
ojoso
ye da asese wa bekan ho say na bekan honorable ye show we nkwani show minister aba so
I feel like a star.
I don't know so your star.
Oh, Nabi. Obi who else? Hey, this is your political celebrity.
But the chance say politicians no munina etimi come stars
you
ko yetim nkanda bia ena ye twere mo ho sam so da bia ena ye suenya so yedim ho konkonsan so da bia
mete you also me
etino wadawma eye Dr. Yao Osei Adutwum ena ye ne no eba bedi nko I didn't want to make a mistake with the title doc mpacho ene ye da so aba be srai na really yenko yenkomodeni ye hwe creative arts Now, we are Minister for Education. How has your education inculcated creative arts into the educational structure?
Yo, medical that was say Otun suffer me say memra. On my bisia opening me no hwe TV so da bia I say them me na share in person. So anybody. That was it. Na enyum na Obapa Christ to ye no. Me be free ho. O ka so me ma me re me fi. Baby am free. I was very quiet, calm, reflective. So me heading a mere mean to me trying to mean ya dance dear. As a meeting did one dance. Now Korebi or Tessame. Obi or Shebe be our Shemi and a dream. And so who's in a Dutch beat me a effect. The says man can be until crowd dance, then there's so long quite. Now meeting me Eddie. So 7 prayers and papa uncle school that, my mammy uncle school that. Mamudo koko a crabia so manso amenfi a western region say amenfi central na odru manso amenfi a wonante from Kwansi du na wakopi antobam udu antobam a na wanante Kwansi mienu na wakodum papa krase a watu krase ni din nyame bekire te ho no do koko kese pa a mantemu ho nyina kodu bra. It's my past common entrance, my cross secondary school. Coco my of first car of family dinner cheat no corner now for busa, women bosia, we here 40 cities. Oh yeah, cat 3 was in a school. Mini or dimachina, yet you man was a bra, was in the area home. Now your family prayer could be a measure so I'm woman be. Like a CBU, me jidis a okotona, Ubenyske, now they are cross secondary school. Twan waka chem papa so kwamna se menko yensu fi jaache Ashanti region no so kwamna se menko jaache ni enko ton preko no ho am papa pace kama me na ne nhwesofo no hwe ne kokos no o ma me omudi manim saa nante tema bedu enkwanche ne befa saa me se wato nchene e befa ba na no ofa bi ekum preko no ana otwitwa ma yenyina koton bi eton bi nante form saa ti ye buy na a case can boom ni enya 42 cedis.
It's a 2 abeka.
2 abeka ho na sade afaka ako. Me nya me deposit. Sam recrossing ni misuru cross me ko jache from so na me amakotua school fees. Me ko hum papa down for be o driver school ho de me ko no kotua deposit. E ma no ma me prospectus. Ma me say kototo ni ma day student prospectus ye shorts. Yeah. Sandals and a blue shirt. O ko jache from so. And your friend penny I castle could touch boss on it. To could do an answer asem. Oh, now, mammy could trouble dear son, and the kuja na fe. In ya sika, medical tour, square carrier, Thomas Sanders, because Jache from so. I'm started secondary school. Enti Sabrenu Oko and Uram could chat Dumre, why you containing a cotton. Now they walk papa because they be a skinny ho. No, it mean to be out to attire. To me, baby, I'm free. Then I met United Showbiz. Oh, as Minister for Education. What I say, me nisa dance no and mau be enya regime say. Sa akoden o free sa to be anum. Ko jache from so call A level Kumasi High call Kumasi has me bra now 20 preko no. E ma me call no. Ono no. A drew time or cost school, no papa still niska. And to a sitting per minute, you went to be home. To a no, and ye be uncle. And one may bra back on a copper baby no more cane chess. Ye, the only be su area on the bamboo ni cane auntie, and no man no more your baby as I'm Oak Plaza, Kumasi ono. And quantia hon near with me if you take I'm a cock classes. Your poor class I'm my banana no more bejuma. To me no more age man auntie. Professor bi omu twam a na agama na me cambrofo nti abrofo no twam mo na peke nche me na ese me konam kodia no ti mi ti professor bi be on so ya na mo asa wo kotek na wotin kwanche high kinches enti one day me kwa na bra se de ohoto na preko ma no se bra me hu so na mfofo bi kwa Germany akosua de na wontwere krata bi ma me na se me si mi ti ma manka no ene se wo form 4 Ome kwa say 6 forms. you are middle school leaving certificate holder then work with Germany question there but man can't na ye me ayisa me can rebe ho e hwan na nyame de bi to makoma ho sa wobetimi per German language school na onko obetimi akọ through application within 6 weeks no anya admission.
Wow.
Now when you admission in here, a day back when the entire dance the NBC and say, the men who are bravo say, you're who Juma, who could do baby a wapuna, Nanya Miabim, no be a quanamount. She said, Time when you never so when you be F swear affidavit man say, German or foreign language, foreign students who pay school fees. Name S will be sponsored. No cast will scout the bedding, a bebo. Now, into no nipa sa no so as we nya bank statement no the affidavit na ka ho that am no so mo pay local bank statement mo pay foreign bank statement na me local bank statement ko ni ebushani obi foreign it's not me Rural Republic ho and I make catch madam for brother Kwam na so brother Kwam na say the are ho when you school Germany and so foreign bank statement obetimi de akọ the hu answer branch e bi twam ye ho no okọ na ni no di me kasa oba o so wo hwehwe den
the foreign bank statement.
And I was a foreign bank. I was Unity Room 618. Me 2 or my back.
Wow.
I tell you, was a one miracles near your problem. And to me, call or the bank statement, man, and the rest is history.
Wow.
New of Australia, a friend or David Mano, and my younger brother went to Germany. He did very well. Now he has even companies there. Or Jumade. Into no. Ewo hono na dak my friends on face camera na yen pasa asibi man say that's the thinking. No say be bra. Enkrofo ka kire me say wo we university wo America. Enima be ko yi am to me face camera or sponsor me to go to America. And because of him when I was coming back to Paul, on the man scapa am dey me political campaign. So I just want the audience to know say the nyame etimi enipa no emodu. That's the and so what to say, and we make sure handsome, make handsome, say, yenye ho na free senior high school any year. This is where I'm coming from. Senior education. And yes, can school mean you are on the program. Ka, I am a better. So say, quite baby and Kamisha, Kamado Coco, so Kao Kariko, Kariko, but at the end of the day, what I say is a divine providence. Nyamit mi pie mu e wa bra office niema atoba ha unim ba wi a woko ye fie ojachi na half house atakwa me down na ye den chance etwa half say nye full kra. Oh, now things have changed. Divine providence. Enti say wotes mani abre ngumesua ho say say sesa ngumesua ba bia me fi ba na say ba bia ngumesua de me koye me kodu America nyame ye ma de me ko kira ade e ho na America ban say omo pem krofo wani so ade hu sronko no ma mo sika no mo de 6 schools e America wusi a nkrofo ba ha mo ntua hwe e government sponsored school metwa minya kokodu se me so me free Ghana ba metwere bi metwere my application one Sunday me call website when I'm doing the house they've approved a grant free money all my scam me start school na say me start here renting space 100 students and class line abrofo no say me school no mo pe won say Africa for ni jemu mesua ho any entity years from ko enti on person mo ma na ba me school to be ko no ma san line enti one school fail up quickly me year application to Wall Street raising funds 20 million or 30 minutes now for investing. Then I have that open the first school, second school, third school. Time I'm here third one, we over 200 workers. But soon be on to your mother. That will bring you baby our year juma now ya nejuma ya nyame and then you need and now
whatever schools are okay.
I
na ye de schools are okay na.
Me nsan nyina ho se see Los Angeles.
Ye de egusu serebe a omo mo hwe no be ebetimi relate properly.
Ni nyina ho se see a. Na broni ba no onye nadwuma yie na so meyi wadi. Timi na de say next year untimi ma ha biem. Na otidan me promise wo susa anti me kwatena asa for ye mobom be gina hwe na no sa kwatena asa biem. Me pa me broni de. Because this over we see how we preferably need them. Preko ba
ni bo go talk preko di go to please e no broni
na enti de enwumasua etimi ye no emu odu enu enti mani abrese na mi school ba ko na mo hoda kwa no mo kan say yes Now don't go for or running for office no so per se or ballos and over him school. And I'll buy and was catch it. Then and I will get and you will see schools phone. Tell me what happened? How are you able to do this? And also it's no because David come will be anti now I didn't want to feel like bragging. And my church say, would you consider coming back to Ghana to help me change the education system? Because if you've done this here, it means you can do it in your own country. Then I was okay, I'll consider. So I went to meet a mentor of mine, American, and then Busa and said, should I go to Ghana or should I stay here? And I said, yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Your schools have done very well. Your schools now you need power, you need so much. But I want to tell you one thing. America can do without you, but maybe your country cannot do without you. So I advise you to go. After that conversation, I felt as if God was talking to me to come back. So I decided that I will come back. But I also felt strongly, say, I need the political platform to drive education transformation. Yeah. So I need the political power to change education. So I went to my constituency. They voted for me as a member of parliament. I became a deputy minister.
That was first time?
First time. I did the first time. Because now that I'm my university of Hope, I'm a C school.
Okay.
I'm a chrono. Also, maybe not secondary school. You have to be cut-off point. So when I get 28, I want to be in secondary school. To now call some trim crassi, we bring Quale Guha. Woman coming to me private school. Because private secondary school, no, when I get 28 or higher, now it's in Kualano Moko public school, no one yard, the woman at buying schools, so Yaman could be cry. Into senior high school, private one with Yachi. And now, because Sam Colani, if you live front to Hobosum King, and I'm sponsor to go to name a private school. No? So I now my year Juma home, me buy no more to mommy. And on to mommy, and I was okay, me political power, first platform. Now also you're a deputy minister. And I started Juma and it's your boss second term or a minister for education. So I saw it, said, wow, the opportunity has come. I didn't know some Kwalaku schools that say Atitia Pansam, who say Nipani Timua. Maybe we can't say something is wrong. Something is wrong because I didn't know who was carrying another work private school, Hofe. Now, Obi Onibino, or cat a daya, Utim say, war my bent now. And to your honor, who's many opportunity, no, then I can't change the education system. Now have it. So we started transforming some of the public schools. Now, someone to say, launch a commission schools. Say public school, say that here.
Old schools in the
rectangular shape building, any painting brown yellow. Any amount of answer brown yellow.
And friend tea bread and tea bread.
No Kakum Kunte,
Bisu friend.
Yeah, I decided to say, with the permission of the president, with resources, no, this has to change. And to share new junior high schools, I see now we are launching, your commission, be way jobbing. It's a junior high school.
Jabin.
Ashanti.
Junior and JHS, no. Okay.
We're STEM junior high school. In Tuko has a science labs, biology, chemistry, and physics lab in a junior high school.
Wow.
We need to upgrade. Junior high school are the weakest link in our education system. And we upgrade the way. No, I'm quality 6-year secondary, or call upper secondary, senior high 3-year, junior high. No, so it's supposed to be secondary. By any I can't tell you junior high no any part of secondary. In effect, Ghana is one of the few countries in the world that who are 3-year secondary. Secondary is supposed to be 6 or 7
years, yeah.
And not 3 years. And the upgrading, no, every year being to yes, this year down the road, Sunyane, Jabbing, then December 2nd, you commission. Now, all your 7 old junior high schools, we are shutting all of them down, moving all the children into this space. A space where more biology, chemistry, and physics lab, robotics labs, everything that's supposed to be there. And by the way, there was this initiative for $1 million per constituency.
Yeah.
But some children, no,
oh, okay. Yeah. 1 million. One.
It's the model junior high school. Yeah. Also, we're public school. This is how they addressed.
Public school, not private.
Oh no, it's public. So this is what we are taking into all the new public schools that we are building. Because we're a public school. They are doing music. Obia is mandatory junior high.
Omo music. And no common nearby.
And to me, you am the one account.
Okay.
Omo music. Now the whole thing is this: we need to create the next generation of Ghanaian children whose talent can be tapped into to change the course of history of our nation. Ebinum started near normal year South Korea, 1960. Now year capital income, almost started independence now normal year universal primary. When 1970 almost jump to secondary, almost stand to secondary, and almost started STEM. Almost 1970s, and almost started STEM. Of course, without almost the creative fasting in our account. Now we are literally 50 years behind. They are way ahead of us. Way ahead of us, but it's never too late. We began. Into school now, a year can so very creative fast. Environment now, and very creative fast. May not be there. Into no say, into me, I revamp schools, and change the environment now. We'll be paying lip service. The good news is, say, creative arts curriculum. From primary one, or they will never happen before. Most countries don't have it. We have creative arts curriculum. All the way to junior high. And son, junior high, there'll be music, drama, and all those things. Oko High School, so for the first time, performing arts is a taught course.
Oh, high school.
This year, and everything I say.
Wow.
Performing arts never happened before. Because, and then you don't understand, Oko University, everything performing arts, high school win it. Which be a visual as a high school. Why is it performing arts they win team? So now we've removed that. So these are the new courses I hear or high schools in Ghana. This year and everything I say. Robotics, engineering, manufacturing engineering, aviation and aerospace, biomedical science, design communication technology, performing arts, Spanish and computer science. These are all new high school courses. But performing arts is not a high school course that you can do. The bottom line is that from basic all the way up, as a changing environment. Now, Oshe school be a the closest school to the Ministry of Education is St. Barnabas.
Okay.
St. Barnabas School, primary and junior high combined. Now, me tired surprise visits. Until I decided, say, I'll stop by the school. And I'm a call home. I call him Kalano, no Dim Komo Kama, or Muni. And I'm a share classroom. The classroom environment. Now, her baby omote. I also, baby, I say, when a woman me and Nibri Pane Peja. Also, in a city. There's no other way of changing inner city since Saudi education. This is the building. Yeah. 8 months ago, I went there. And this is where the children were. I felt bad and said to myself, sir, we have excused poverty for too long. We are no biaka so Niska. No. A vision in Nipsha. If you want money for great things, money comes. Money comes. There were organizations I went to them and told them, say, can you support? You have already a funding source. Can I change the funding source to revamp the school from the World Bank, Arab Development Bank? And I got the permission with the support of the president. Now, Monday in the president Kufuor commission the new the engineers almost retrofitting BBR. This is the new St. Barnabas.
It's a new one.
Yes.
Renovated one.
Yes. They had to retrofit it. Because the structure now a week, engineers came, they changed it. Now this is the new St. Barnabas.
Wow.
The uniform has also changed. Dual decks be any hobium, Obiat in the monodeck so for junior high. Also in Kalana attire the same attire now almost is almost social. Obia bon tie. Parents and I say Kalani if parents almost swing. So it was very emotional for them to say, oh man should beat me about bankers. Because we come back and we say for tie. They are now feeling that Osu, our children can excel and they can become just like any other child anywhere in Ghana. And this is the decks that we gave them. To almost say Omumono decks will be at so. And we are following up with them. We have a coordinator, a floor on the 2 side terrazzo.
Yeah,
ceiling now it's almost 4 ceiling fans.
Wow.
I believe that the course of history of this nation can be changed. True. But we're going to have leaders who believe that it's possible to do this change.
True.
And God willing, change has begun and it will continue. The last one, and then Accra STEM Academy. In fact, so him a STEM, STEM no American STEM on the 15 years. And I feel ask for no food. Yes, I am the engineering.
No more years.
In the American they all quite say STEM, and they can a mission. Now tell me, I'm catching for say STEM has just begun. If we add STEM, STEM may probably lose steam. So what we are doing now is yes, STEM now obey musical.
Or I would say
obey drama.
Obey area, they okay friend of bars. Cow careers bars.
Into Accra STEM Academy. Yeah, auditorium and collaborate me a performance in the so we are providing the environmental and creative arts possible. So Accra STEM Academy went to December 2nd anyway.
Wow.
It's a beautiful school.
Where are Ghana here?
Accra STEM Academy is going to be one of the best schools you can find anywhere in the world as a public school. This is a public school. And now they are going to finish up quickly. Skylight is a where your 2 dining halls. School started from kindergarten to high school.
Okay.
It's your 2 dining halls, a high school for Nkwalano, and assembly hall there one. This is assembly hall. Anything that we want to do can be done. This is a public school. Our goal is very simple. I say I'm on food to have to power from home.
Yeah.
Now to have to New Year now a public school near the basa and what's our pebble now the back of private school. I would say a dear a year or honor say public school at Ethiopia.
True.
Open private school and for some very unique reasons. Then you pass say public and in yet in TSA or back private. Okay, scam food tria. I mean, I'm teacher for or driving a back of private. I know I coach of public. I was a bit cheap. A back account public schools no. For best and lie. Say school we say be first year 1,000. But Monday portal no be and we said over 5,000 people will apply.
Wow. And
we are actually going to use raffle to select those who will get in.
Yes, sir. You better chacha.
To chacha no akum. Fi se nipa no doso. Ho na me pam no. Enti no a base squares from ko. Say yenya promise from Arab Development Bank, but they are forced they want to build in all the regions. They want to support at the district level. Ti eba okro so a se okro no so kese pa na school we ba ha na all the old schools ni na shatna down no mo ko ho. Baby omo 3 junior high schools pe no. E wo di sima o me abrosan 2-story. Eno no eye strong ko kakra. You see eno a na yetimi a change nti with time ha we ni kura more 3 junior high schools. When you see ma na enkwala no ko ho esese yetimi sesa baby e enkwala no esuade na wo sesa na afa kwa e fa so kira de enso wo sesa no a na niema yesua enso wo sesa na wo kan nyina abomu a na o ma na daache no akoni into creative arts no first time I don't know of many countries that begin creative arts from primary 1 but we have it and you move all the way. Curriculum has been done, textbooks have been purchased. And it's beautiful to see, say, we are emphasizing it. Because a American system anymore, 2 levels. Yeah, one more schools, a school for the arts, a titi or more actors, any other things. Yeah. Los Angeles, a school for the arts. I no more. You audition to get in. We audition, do portfolio, BBR Transana, Wakum. But almost require creative arts, visual and performing arts, and say, a bit may appreciation for the arts, and then the creative market for the arts.
Yeah.
Say, any pair of school again and a creative arts, yet drama show be they will come. Because woman appreciation
from the
for it from school, no, what you say, into a creative market for the creative arts, because now you have consumers. You have people who appreciate it. And to American system now, what person go university, 4-year university, California, for example, a requirement so a visual/performing arts for about 3 years. And Sana university is magic. And a society no who say the arts are important, and it's a requirement to even get into the university.
Okay.
Therefore, you do it at the high school. It's not optional. But Ghana crowd in there, you fee lower level all the way and sana waba high school. And sana baby, I better say that and mufra and penny form now babe actors and they work in the background, the musicians, and so you started school.
Okay. But Doc, Mamram Kakranami said, "Which show in the new curriculum? I who perform as so not a optional, and I say a mandatory so be a."
From kindergarten, so from primary school in the optional. Ubeya could do junior high school with music, but Oko high school there optional unless it's say Oko school for the creative arts.
Okay.
You head that you school.
Yeah, you bet the next party. It's in to Udru High School there. I want to be optional. You choose to do
elective of music, performing arts. They are all there. And I say, so assign a different kakra. Oh, say Ghana obe in will be a home economist.
Yeah.
Will be a general arts. Will be a visual arts.
Yeah, near life skills.
So the challenge we have with that, and I say, in the public brain to me other electives.
Sure.
We are home economists a space in how music. Omo science cry there bad. Ghana near Kolako science. There's no space for him to do one art, visual arts, or music. So now we've changed that. Yama equanimo be say, we are biology, chemistry, and physics. You don't have to do integrated science. Because NTSA say, we are advanced biology, we are advanced chemistry, and physics. Who could near lower levels of that in another subject called integrated science. The science students need the opportunity to do music, and you can also do it 1 year.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be say subject be 3 years, and limit how many electives are any part of the to encourage me music 1 year, no performing as well. That's how it's done in other places in the world. In Nipan be world rounded. Into school for the creative arts, say one of the unique things everybody say, and say, which means science for home.
Okay.
Which means biology, chemistry, now say creative arts.
Okay.
Into we are well-rounded individual. We are well-rounded.
Now, share curriculum no kakra. Fan say mpacho born of mami.
Oh, maybe so.
And come intense. Share a curriculum no. Say say Mofrano Esha free primary no. In terms of arts no, DNA ambitious.
The interesting thing is that they do what is called art drawing as part of the courses, but they do creative arts ankasa.
I don't know DNA womb.
Oh, sir, I have to say drama.
Okay.
Poetry. And many other aspects. And one of the areas in the creative arts are people who can want any to say costume development. A major part, makeup and all those things. And then almost I background said for
sound for the camera.
Sound party. Yeah, beer normal core many do upper primary, then they are moving into sound and all those things. And to be drew junior high there, within fast all your music. And sound what me fast performing as drama issues. All those are then standalone subjects or multimedia then. But what started there a basic principles a man are in tune with how to act and not do those. But as they move up, they are different things that they learn the 6 years of primary and some more the junior high.
Now, Doc, what now we know your teacher form between actually am I ready to teach these things? Because it looks like it's a very tall list of things.
The good things, someone say I reform your teacher education.
Okay.
Once upon a time, I'm carrying 2 years, now I 1 year practice, I'm a teacher. But Nanado brought a new vision to this. My education in 4 years. And the basic education, yes. I did try the primary school, kindergarten, 4 years.
Okay.
And I won't make me incorporate all these subjects into the curriculum. So we do try the first group graduated this year. And Thomas started creative arts no college of education. So we are me edi achra de no
okay
and the college of more specialization ye o ma primary and ye o mo so a junior high education. And based on your level, no, you will see the subject. Here first, a multiple subject teaching.
Okay.
Multiple subject teaching. Say, actual English, actual mathematics, actual creative arts. What's your name? Oba bontia. Which me chere sani mani nina. Any all junior high school be 2 subjects, where mathematics and science. Obi so everything music and art. Junior 2 subjects and normally graduate. Until no omo ba omo chere dey junior high school level. But so be multiple no there usua subjects ni nyina, which is the primary school level. And sana universities no dey perform omo chere that ntino. Tell baby say NAFTI say o cross collaboration.
Okay, Unimark. Now, doc, my mission say yeah, check creative arts school mu all the way from Kwaramu Bampeni from no. Wada ma kasa be na dey chere mo. Oh, me go fu ya na
say oba you free class 1 call class 10 no tree no. Okay. Any other languages no. Na brofo na started. You see, brofo kasa na 7 na yeka no. Oko be Singapore. Even though the local language language instruction is English, but you say quite a fast chere brofo kasa etre obi a kasa nya brofo no. Hono ene enya ho amane. Adenti ene nkora mienu ba akoko private school, ba akoko public school. Private school near the brofo kwa na chere na de. No to brofo kama.
So on tini chrome kasa.
You see, the chrome kasa 7 day, parents in a mistake no. We are making a huge mistake. But enya omwa entity ene mamumu hu say oba betimi aka kasa ni mienu no aka ni nyina pepepe. Me ba me won America. Me decide me wife nya decide say akora mbeka twi. Ye kan twi sere ufia into a school no. American the woman say oba speak another language oba speak every year the testing say ne brofo no ekoyi ana till we have to tell the school say the first language enye English into oba it no be abrofo no on can the way omo but he has been taught his native tongue, native language. Mekai say emre me koyi say daddy come home fast. Ehona hu say twi na bi kan instead of come home early. Instead of come home I say daddy today come home fast. Na me hu say twi no akoni tru more.
You have a friend twi bro.
Yes, and then Ghana or can twi any bro fu nyina pepe. English is one of the best in his class. Enti no se wonni mu a eno adwen ye o se oba no ka twi a bro fu no ntimi eden enka. Okay. And she say yeah, ewo nwomesua ho ye free bibi English as a second language. Esese itimitetsin kwala no a omusua English no as a second language and not the first language because your brain development trace acquire 2 languages are side of the brain now this mathematics no is more developed than obi osua 1 language. Oko American Indians no the wo engineer because they are speaking 2 languages. BT America for no speaking 1 language. And the 2 language learning is so important for our children. Now, I can US na. Any people who university, I feel near tree because I went to many patients in Nkasa. Ghanaian children don't speak another local language, or because the impression we say a planet brofona in school no better obey there. Then so your uncle or no wako class school. You can tria I senior brofaka who could do high school with me have perform students or winner. Enti mesra for say enya no kre say oba can brofo any local language no boom on be catchre. Omo catchre no kre ni okwa ko die ni mu ewo mathematics. Any other science subject no say woman ye monolingual woman akechire.
That's about Copenhagen. Now, after yemra a secondary school, creative arts school. Now, church now since we be drew secondary school now opesoy or major and also focus more on the arts. Yeah, no be called creative arts school. No, adama yet you see abai see creative arts school kuma say as now yenwie
your schools are almost performing arts say high school course
okay.
They don't have to even go to the creative art school. Creative art schools in there, film, and then I can say a Unimark for. In terms of film and television component, BBA.
Okay.
BBA. And no, the only school at Ghana, and they recruit students from the whole country. In fact, headmaster Nenya or actor, it is going to be very helpful. Or you'll be on here in the industry, it's going to be helpful. Buildings, in fact,
when you Kumasi
Deno.
Okay.
Baby, I'm saying January, they let me phase 1 opening.
Okay.
And to be in Kuala few schools almost say near an edo macohonum. And to be school say by January, Yame boy and be we say near in Kuala fee will be a person or by audition. So they're going to go around the country and audition them or pass here, then they will come here. And this is a school, headmasters bungalows and everything is ready.
Okay.
And 1 dormitory block is ready. And what we're going to first year, they're all girls.
Girls in Kwan
for the first year. Second year, near US second dormitory, and then the boys join. We don't want to discriminate, so girls.
The first year, the girls creative art school.
Yes. The next year, then the boys will join. Until January, Nyame Boa, it will be. Almost external works, the dining hall is ready, library is ready, administration block is ready, 1 dormitory block is ready. So what we're going to do is to begin with girls first year. And then for a year, the other dormitory block will be done, and then the boys will join. But headmaster appointment will be next week, and he's going to go around the country to recruit.
Headmaster and recruit.
Yeah, on the team.
Okay.
They'll be auditioning.
Okay.
We are getting students, even those already in school, to opt to go there.
It will not call high schools. And I call recruit. One while you're interested, say Ombeba Creative Art School.
I'm on the Form 1s, yes.
Oh, okay.
Ombeba Creative Art. In January, they will be in, and they will make up for the time lost, because we don't know yet. You see, in Ghana, one of the things people don't, and your school be a double track. Your school be a majority of our schools are single track.
Okay.
You be a school, when you boom, echo, you makwan, when you boom. And we know what is going to happen, is that Omo Aquaman be traso. They were cutting like a crown. And they be almost started January.
Okay.
And they be two Aquaman also a crown. No met me at Honma make here for the year for the first group in Eco Creative Art School. And to almost Eco Creative Art School almost sound this block and that's almost finished and that sound the evening almost me a big studios and almost.
It is Dumia crowd. It is Creative Art School now. The Mobesha say January Apple School. Curriculum DM putting on more shots here.
Performing arts there. There's a teacher's manual for the performing arts. But in addition to that, art and design foundation. I'm saying one of the areas are almost here. And some of specific courses are art and design studio. All those courses are there. In fact, experts now more trained. Experts who are in the creative arts space, and then we also have those who are teaching at Unimark, and they all came together. And the studio, the guy who is working on it has done a number of studios, so he knows how to build a commercial studio.
Okay.
Between all the equipment that we need in order for us to the way it is now is like we say we'll be attracting students from the whole West Africa. Yeah, because it's the first of its kind in terms of a high school. Based on what we know. So we'll be getting students from other West African countries to come here.
With time.
Yeah. Because see what is going on. The moment you do a universal secondary, you are taking people from the streets. And Nipana, let's say junior high school, they are no longer doing Odomako school. Into one for opportunity now, you end up losing talent. I say soccer. On the first time called for Babon Temper.
Yeah.
Most of them your man might be at Unya Pine school near them. Some doing in our school, not so can one promoting a year within the schools. You are losing talent.
True.
And now free secondary is imperative, say, you timi a creative arts and strong in the secondary. Because people may no longer be learning it on the street. Because now you put them in secondary. It is when show more talent, no one guide or more, they will lose. Because say, biology, chemistry, say me and the brain. So in the long run, your creative talent will be lost, and that is why We have now started a year, friends, gifted and talented education.
Gifted and talented education.
And no, and the man who's unqualified. From class 3 near home. Oko America memoir, son of NT. On the school baby music and performance now from class 1 echo.
Okay.
Enti san kwala no nyame de achede sonku bi ama omo. Gifted and talented. Talented no which me gina ha recite poem ohun beduru.
Abra obi antre
no. Nyame abode ode ache nipa bebrebe. Na emum ade ehia no se obehu san kwala no ntem. To ko America memoir so ohun sakwa music talent na na ko gifted school a oye music. Enti ho no na bibi de say 10,000 hour rule no eba no. On 10,000 hour rule enipa aye nipa kese mpanimfo ba ha nyina
Wadaroma ense pictures ni bi so ehwem to boss wa
gifted and talented.
Okay, I know ni we
wasem. Okay.
Asem Kumasi.
Yes. Now gifted and America for the one say omo ye nhwem hu say ni people ho mo achede sonko entintem na mo nhwe om ni enfo mo ko mo special schools. Edu o music talent
catch them young.
Yes, no akọ gifted school for music. Enti say akora no ko no ma na wanya sa de friend 10,000 hour room. 10,000 rooms she mu enchechemu ne say enipa o ma ye famous aye ne ma kese ni nyina o start ntem. Enti say o ne obi a creative fast way why ya de o mu a or dwene ho mu say nyen say na start here.
Shashe on mo frase.
Was starting mo frase ko he Michael Jackson no ne metimi aka say Osofo Sonny Badu no or kana so much obi say nye or da sorry and no no be yo. Enti no eye ade ehisi mu a kire say o ma ye famous no o mo starting tem. Or talent no but practice no mu ye do. Enkrofo di agro no na ono na agudie no eya music no.
Na nyese obi a we talented in music na or draw grasshopper and label the parts. O we draw cockroach.
Enti ono no de tell say wouldn't ba ho say music talent na wa ha no. What can say as part of your education no say hu grasshopper na obeya ma but music nti no be so be school. In no time, by the time we primary school, music programs are all year, or high school, or university, now he's ready to teach the professor. Into be home, also drop out Bill Gates, drop out Bill Gates, drop out. Could do university, no any more than the professor, no drop out. Or no, na time we saw or sorry, na do if you journey, said downtown Seattle, and we could see how to program. Enti a bedroom baby no penny we show be a Selena Williams we show be a history almost shakiti on and papa no crowd no can so what or better than tennis and now the few horse and to almost any who baby and nature on tennis or Compton a very poor part of America almost then they become that so-called and my thinking our thinking is that it has to be Ghana to the world so we need to create talent, the world will heal them.
Okay. And
that talent, cannot just wake up one day and say, I'm a talented person.
Say a chassis.
Yes, a
chassis. I would say a higher United Showbiz. Don't get confused. A United Showbiz and Augusto Awushe. Na send me di kankan and then yesua ade ne ahwe mpuntuo ne the future for the creative arts education na ye wono na nyame kwana mo ase na medical introduce no memma ebusuafo wa nso bia omotie nkomo na bia na bi mu ensem ba ko ni no mbepese obete ase na wadaroma omo bisa ba ko bi oba ya wanu ye meka do
well, I mean answer na mesha ase no medawase say jaye to nsafre wo aba media I'm one that have followed enyuma awuye bebre and I must say you've done an impeccable job. Looking at the transformation or the buyer system is very remarkable. Now Mr. Ghana for creative arts for say we cannot cover at such a brilliant transformation. I wouldn't buy a cover. I say we radiola me catchy person just say
catchy
to me to tunase. What I say, we can't just overlook it as a unnecessary and bibisa because here. but okasa ye mu no wakasa pa na me so mature pa
me so church ni ma
the di kind dia me pese me busa ne se me pese me hunu employment opportunities for a year available for these students are omobeye enrolled into this school, because okasa ni na na compare no to amanoni. Now in most of these western countries, you know, job opportunities, you know, are there that corresponds with whatever they are learning in school already, because curriculum now with the two TV, so you robotics, engineering, communication development and all of that. And western countries when they are out of school, no, the market is readily available. A lot of these students that are going to graduate from this school, no, we will educate all these and nurture all these beautiful talents, but at the end of the day, we free school, no. Now, you know, and I say we don't know how to even move on from what we've learned from the school. My first question.
Oh, good. What kind of first will be bro?
You see that we have a maximum of 2.
2 pay.
Yeah, education and creative art policy. As a creative art policy, the Free Ministry of Tourism and creative arts, no, any education, no, align. And it's also the Omampeni Abedi Viceroy Muhammad Baumi, I show on the manifesto more. Or can say, as a private sector, any incentives. And with him, this setup, also, Okoya production studios near there is there. And then creative arts, no, for it's interesting, say, with AI and robotics and all the things that are going on. It's estimated that creative arts probably are protecting most of its job from this intrusion than the other sectors. And then oko baby a company a printing books. Oko hodma robots nkwan de go 24/7 produce. Bet me a produce books in sa ma de ache. But about creative arts sector na a year often say difficult. People are not going to allow robots to entertain them. All my robots are 7 ofie. But for entertainment, they want a human being.
Yeah.
And it seems it's a sector it may growth more than many other sectors of the economy. But as they created the environment, production studios and others, because you see, they never come Ghana to the world. We may have a very limited market. Very limited market. Yes, so I'm concert in democracy. Now a soundboard a basic concert now. It's a big entertainment. That era is gone. Ubi are having phones, so now we're near man no more entertainment. So now we have to have a policy that helps us produce for the world. The best Ghanaian talents should be able to become some of the best in the world.
Amen.
And I think when we create the environment, it can happen. Into Nema, we have policies your manifesto, for example, something that says that the private sector should be the engine. For the private sector to be, there has to be tax incentives. So we build a music studio, can you have a tax incentive?
Okay.
If you are producing for the world, our standards are very high. How do we support you? Because those are the areas which are creating more jobs when you are producing for the world. Okay. In terms of movie making, say one of the we need to become a destination for movie making. Okay. Because most of they want to go to a country where the tax incentives are good. Yeah. And to hear Nansena, there was an amendment. The former creative arts industry, tourism minister, they say in South Africa, very competitive. Also, almost the equipment, country no I could produce movies. There are certain tax issues. So we then we become an attractive destination. And there was a point I know Ghana and South Africa. South Africa was more attractive. So they had to take a look at how do we amend the law in such a way that we can compete and attract people here. African Americans love Ghana. If they are going to produce their movie and you have the right environment they will come here. So I think Ghana to the world should be a philosophy that says Ghanaians can be the best in the world in the creative arts. And that if you're looking for people to perform, act in a certain way, perform in a certain movie in the US, and especially if the movie is about about Africa, come here, and we are here.
Okay.
Academy of Art and for US. Omo head no baha. Academy for. Omo the guy came to meet me, and also they want to work with the creative art school. They want the creative art school to be the place that they come to recruit talent for movies in the US.
Wow.
So the creative art school can be that magnet. But when you about it, it's a go beyond just local. So we are creating talent. They can work anywhere in the world and they will sell anywhere in the world. And if that becomes our vision, then the job issues is a bit solved compared to a situation where we are just producing them. And one big issue also here, making sure that there are internship opportunities even in high school. So a be good, no career internship or studio me. And now so a good na hono be fa na djuma. Enti any question says say ko university answer. High school student are good or internship opportunities. So school we say no, a more practitioner oriented. In fact, National Teaching Council is going to allow people who don't have degrees but have experience to teach there. Enti enyare afi na edi books bia na be church na wi akobre obi a wonim no onu betimi aye instructor e wo honum aya certify no na omo ayi na ye more oriented towards practice, but critical thing is entrepreneurship drive. Sebeya we be hu say ade a me betimi aye bibi da nyese mi wie na se obi amfa madwuma me nso me nya bibi enye. But if you are young,
okay, so your questions too.
Too. And the second question, the man some short because
the second question has to do with continuity and longevity.
Yes.
Policies now we're introducing into our educational curriculum is brilliant. But yes, you say should there be a change of governance? And now simple. Even if our current party can retain power, and I say our new president, or best minister, it goes a long way to affect the longevity of such, plans. And to me, person who say, and why introducing are your visions, and I say, and are they going to be institutionalized? Send so even if there is a change of governance, new government who said this is a working plan, this is an agenda we want to achieve as a country, until we are running with this to achieve it. And I say ebiana akoye with it.
So saying miniaba baby am kwa kasa bia because nipa num kran musa question ba akobeka. So what is going to happen?
So I'm say ade da bia
akoma principal. Now, the woman say education strategic plan. Now, so I'm a professor, we are not trying to PhD at University of Southern California, Dr. Rideout, and I was in Africa. The road to hell is paved with policy. Or South Africa, for to trade policy, or more names were more implemented. And to say, Oko Africa, I'm not a white guy, now I expert on Africa. Also, Oko Africa, the only one policy, on very she and you are we are not that. That self also. And never be make once now we a policy, education strategic plan.
Okay.
I bet true our ministry. Baby hold my hands and you fast tracking. But has always been STEM education. Ghana I can some we improve STEM. In fact, President near Chomu speech Muse, SSA universities, any 60-40 ratio of science to humanities. Says that's what my science related cause 60%, then humanities are 40%. And now Okohe a near fast when I'm by minister say, how is this possible? Our bra Oko high schools are about 15% science. And then we could do invest on 60%. A policy and nobody intended to implement. But we took it and said, we will implement. It baby on my DBA can but for the most part, most of the things I'm talking about, we're still here in Ghana. So it's a policy, education strategic plan. The will, the political will to do things sometimes is what we have a problem with. And also, I cannot just generalize it because I'm lucky. I'm one of the few education ministers anywhere in the world who have built schools in America and know how education systems work. And to me, failure, not me and my failure home because I know how you build a robust education system.
Okay.
It means as someone who said there, in the baby, busa say be but I said the December 7th, be woman trust we. Me trust there. Naja, in fear na we ni matutu bibia pepe. But they may come and say, young Ghana for no, and they determine what our politicians do. We need to hold people accountable. So this is good for us. You cannot come and change it because you have your political interest.
But assuming that if it's possible.
Okay.
As
questions no doors.
Na assumptions no.
No, I think several question I more but also
my dog we na they say the be say ebisafo aka no questions so betro. Yeah na wa answer ni na boma man na.
Yo.
Eduma na aka no doors. Na I intem ti me na na frimpon. Also so what question we have so bisa wadaroma.
Oh,
any history question.
Enye ibia say me kra awokra de me.
Yendu me sinana.
So ansem na awaka no me ho adwumi. Na mamili ka mo onabo abaso. Adequate be born abaso ne say.
Ka me wie questions na wi anankere san adupaso de ni nyina aka ho ne awie.
O za
man doso. Ono abuso ntimi ni entra me.
Schools na yi no. Lady no. Amama hu mi say the name for kase new school na all pretty American remedial classes na no. Because this thing can never be a remedial classes school. Say UTS was rumored nationwide. The honorable say I would say remedial classes any idea but me misano no na card teach me. Me shade na any remedial classes.
Okay, tiango question.
Na me question so say Dedi kai or say ye the ye casting a year high schooler as a set starts from the junior side no na me come ni na abom. Does it mean that in the shortest time no you be cancellation of the BC? See better BC because your Canada it looks like see you be BC in the free one. Sada that's the first question.
Okay.
And the second question is now can be for schools ni bi ohonoma e bia be kwa ban school na obehye na school ni bi oho a nipa won bia 50 so from bia class 1 to class 6 on 50 they have a headmaster. Obekwa another school bia nipa 60 they have a headmaster. Obekwa another school from class 1 to class 6 and also so bia nipa 50 they have headmaster. And as you say what can we now with one building, right? Yeah, can we now? So in this case, no. How do you determine who is going to be
the headmaster?
Yes, the headmaster.
That's
That's
it. Abna, Mami Maso. Also, question service or so now.
Said the work and I'm burning tea. May not, simple. And me saka say honorable Kawan Bagana based on Nema why you think why a lot of the service so in why are there. Now the curriculum or a project me who Spanish and bra okasan so no oka say ye tra de na ye de twi kasa ene ye brofo kasa enya bia Spanish no mandatory and say no de be optional
high school
okay okay and I say optional and also said ya eka no say ye share ye education system na kamia ye say ye be kwa wie no na ejuma eni ho bia epe ejuma ewo baby now why ye dey art creative any idea na ka ho no message so say mama teachers no enya way no more Katie into the system. Let's say we as an individual, from the basics now, you can do something on your own. And yes, will be that's a beautiful more change to say. And say a share, the basics no so na it is how the baby come editor obi wo hono ma say why you reluctant to work on it but education abeka hono ebe my working ethics it is a wo ye ejuma wouldn't say eye wasede se wo be ye ni ye se de be amon so be den ebe because a lot no so e complain say ejuma no but ye the man so anti say me ba na wo nye ni ye a me ntimi but ni nyina so eye education no so ye ma ne ko mu tiri ma obi hu say e se me ye ni ye na ye me dachi
na mi shabna
timi mfa wo nua na
na mo de be kan ho doctor be kan ano
doc fe be kan because me question
sir
me dey me bawa boss say with the transformation by education system na me sound so bon pay amount say benya time it may implement aspirations are winning for your system no I mean shall be very
Dr. Sonny Badri.
I think I love your personality. Very impressive. It's my first time meeting him. Now you asked me through a question in my hotel. Also another one.
Me pesa me kaka we say anoda kan abna kan Mr. Enidi mu Sir President Mahama eba office na se okase opeso retain you as Minister of Education ye bia wo be ya na
okay Doctor Padawo ti
eji no kasa assumption no
eno na nka mpese me kan
o manu musa on
so what airtime doctor eji wada ma some mo bi say na
ye wo BC the future of BC on say ye ngume suansi she mo no na nka owie junior high school na high school no kra bi onye bi nko nti certificate kra wa me junior high school no to tro so hwe na okra certificate and ezi akodu ebra ye bie mu so bie timi ko secondary obie timi ko bi na emum na ye nya nhye secondary compulsory enti bie timi ko no still ye onkwala bi ho mo nko a few people in fact statistics e wono oko district bi ho 66% na enroll ukodu be mi so 99 oko Northern region last year the highest enrollment 95% and enroll from junior high to high school. Northern region topped Ghana. And now for Northeast and Savannah and so 94% enrollment. But Ukodru region is a voter region is the lowest. Now 76.
Oh.
And a central region equal about 79. And others near in between. Intino so we mra de komra hye bedwom se nkomo pass nyenye free secondary education what e ho say free secondary education bill nanka the free compulsory universal secondary education eba so we akola wuntimi nkasa me nko
nhye so
bisa oho akola na onko na akohye nwurem baby a nyame amakro bia na oye galamse no onu ana daachi wenye bibia opia bonten a ya besa benya ho amane o
yeah.
Intino, there has to be a free compulsory universal secondary education. Ya makwa so bi enko bia ko unu tam kure so ye djuma. I didn't have a train face dem enko bi. To bi abeko bi. So bi abeko bi dia enso hwe na ye no. Ye ne de amanako atwusu school. Na emom se ode no mfa meje certificate. Enam so mo de beje certificate on say subjects ni nyina mo ye.
Yeah.
Ansa na wo wi ama certificate. The BEC said you who knows our brain there. So nyame boa na nya free compulsory universal secondary education bill no bar. BEC no besesa.
Okay.
Any BEC, a better is a common entrance at ye select school episode eden. Oko. Interne de aka ho asem ewo emranum. Enti ekwan e fa so de tin kwala nso ewa desua mu no enso sesa. Ene sen ye nso hwe ohun. Ye ka enema o man bitimi aya ni nyina egina kwan fa so edetete nkwala no ekwan be na fa so de kira de na emum ekwan fa so de ye nsohwe enu ne mu odu papa ya na ye jasa adwuma na ma ye waye kefo wona wo man and I say me pesa akola bia ye creative and a critical thinker ekodu se nsohwe na waye kefo ya ma no nso no it is not assessing critical thinking. enti ubehu se obi wo ha Ghana wonya de school okwa bruchira na akoya de fi se yen exams no critical thinkers a omadwimu do moni omusua de wo kwans from koso no omuntimi nchine me ngomutu ni se bi o musician na actor no or remember the lines anya sa wontimi nchine me ngomutu ba yen so hwe no nso wonchine me ngomutu mu a won pass enti Ghana akoya country and most African country akoya baby a wo mo wonim die pa no enye wo mo school wo mo ya de se school no be ya de a chine me gutu enipa wonim die om de ye niam akese owiase no so wo mo nchine me ngomutu o hwa ne bibia bi sinitrim na wo de ye bibi sa nipa no okọ school a omomoden edwan ha be hwe o mem no sebe wo ma anko school no ene be ye adefo ye niam akese o ma ntibi anko ma ni muntentem na be hwe na ye ekọ school system na temu ye fi say we now have changed the ability to sanya me de ma ya change am say the memorization I don't think nipa memorize because exams na say o memorize and abeden o be pass it is a country nipa say change employment issue as my can nyina no is factored into how you train the people say nipa a creative individual o wie na o ye bibi a ono bibi be sina dwimo da so was it me yes ade o be no invent bibi na esesa o ma na shebre na mo wo masua na memorize no wo memorize no why na memorize the invent which are they good to my invention ba enti no esase wo chire nkwala no munya the creative spark be with me pie fina dream no asore no anadwo kra no asore ntimi na this will be train was started before you know akwa invent bibi sad no invent ye no a create employment e de niam pa bebrebe abo manum enunti na sabre ye nso he no yama ye ne wa yake fosia 6 months ago and some 8 months ago ye be BEC no I met with them and I'm say ye new curriculum ya no ye say person ye creative thinkers in Ghana critical and creative thinkers me mo hwe exams na mo ye no na e free bi new Bloom's taxonomy no different levels of thinking. Oh, the first watch right there, the first level watch right there. Now they home so here. Remember the match here. They good too. Because I'm back hard. They all catch one. The next level you understand, and as you explain, I feel the next level you apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. Aha, and a dim point to your bomb. In this watch right now there America or lesson plan. That's what your headmaster say. May yet something on create. Say environmental is a pollution. They create create a city without pollution. Then can start to create a city without pollution. Especially solar, SEA. We who no more adreno a question. Name of your system in there. What bit you memorize no? You are not creating. Until why before the example of the exam, if you be table of specification, moment the by my office, and I'm someone me. One exams be, and I'm someone me. Questions say bam. Levels be ni assessing column. First a year subject a fine 40 questions. Not 20 of them you remember. Multiple choice. 10 I understand. The other 10 I apply. Analyze, evaluate, and create were not on. Into the attendance says so on so no and check and assess creativity. We need creative people. Very few people. To no na omo e co school question no. System not team omo ethic create away. I take analysis away, I take evaluate away because the school is not requiring the child to study that. Okay. Then you create a system one. Now they want to memorize and find creative job. Most people are not creating jobs. And then baby to say work alignment, counseling is very important. Your counselor say senior high school until recently now when you are part-time. Part-time so child then was a counseling. The academic counseling, psychosocial no me kakra. Academic counselor said Director General of Ghana Education said we must start your high counselors full time. I to make counsel men who say talent in. Okay. Into Uko University now so compare music. Now I say music near the Uko to archaeology. Obe refuse say no. Na archaeology until you me bomb me say me we ase. But as it is now there. Obi pe nyina ya mfa no no call natural resource wa fa because university in the amount university no and say so much share with destiny. Okay. Enti the man na say nkoye kura ka say na metra fie 1 year. Na course you menya me hu say time no all the questions now BC maka work alignment counseling yeah.
It has one answer questions the last one here do borrow here.
Oh, the kind. Spanish in a high school. In fact, school na a big school be a wager. In fact, one of the best in the world. A friend of Global Studies Academy, and a bet prepare the future Kofi Annans of Ghana. Diplomats are going to be trained right from high school. Into San Colano, especially one other foreign language, Spanish or French. The above for 2 person a year, Oko Global Studies Academy. It will be the only high school in Ghana that will do that. And also, if you want dormitory into very girls first year, sir.
Honorable Dr. Yao Adutwum.
Question. Now, question. No one. Sorry, as my baby say. What's my idea about say? Maybe minimum say. December 7. Anya yi kura. Enam enwume sua ho asma Ghana fo onye. Ombema me candidate awene. Na master education minister. When him say asma okay mini aba. American dey timisi. The krom has said there.
It's an appointment.
As someone who been young, so no crap. Party phone to call never going to mean so. She said, what they are put better cabinet. Now, what it is, so I can. In Africa, there, and yet, I dare media, the minimus, and home. Osha Tibia will be out in this wadi, and near my walk be more person obey ye. So, your minister, I dare go home pie and say, wishing any president bear line.
Okay.
Me tie ye so man pen na adanko me onu na be fa me me buy no so mama kwanya me ye deputy be minister bibi no amakọ kan say president e say me you ka say there be eno aso hwe de na de be ba e be boa de pese no say ai koso na ye enti alignment no boa me.
Okay.
Alignment no boa me enti no me ne president ni vision ni nyina ya aligned.
That's a president for no be fa wa vision
na alignment o we nya problem.
Enti no abisia ye de enkomo we no ebesi ewa ha. Ye time no adwane pa. The way si share ye ne honorable minister time no abusu bebrebe because enkomo ne ye da utimi ya o hwe na ja abusu na producer so mama pressure kakra you know you know you better honorable Dr. Yao Adutwum say honorable Minister for Education and then wamaye hu say ye creative industry no aban adwene ho aye ho hyehyɛ ya sese no enchekra mofra free mofra sia de kɔ high school there you see no be benya musicians be brave fashion designers TV host camera cheze benya ma you see na amana ni nyina obi aba be fra ni pe free ha e na akɔ ye adwuma no mo so akyɛ bi o madam mamu nkɔ ba bia ya mo atena se akyɛ ye dan ho aba ye si a ye ba ye de part 3 no ebeto amuso ye ba